and welcome to this breakout session around AI. And today the title is Accelerate Your Data Science Journey with OVHcloud AI Training Platform, which is the brand new product around AI. Joining me today is Guillaume Salou, team leader of the AI development team. Hello, Guillaume, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And here I am with Jean-Louis Keguiner, Technical Director of AI at OVHcloud, and he's also my boss, so I will be kind with him today. So, Jean-Louis, can you tell me more about this platform?
Yes, thank you, Guillaume. The platform was designed to make sure that you are able to take the full potential of high-performance computing in the cloud for AI. It's especially important considering that the AI hardware can be difficult to operate regarding hardware, operating system, or even AI enabler libraries. So thanks to Guillaume's work around developing a leading AI orchestration tool, we were able to take the full potential of this high-performance computing. So, Guillaume, can you tell me a bit more about this AI orchestration tool that you and your team developed?
Sure, Jean-Louis. This platform has been based on Docker, which is a standard, so you can easily deploy your workload on this platform. But it's not enough. You also have Jupyter notebooks or Jupyter Lab if you want, and you can easily, with your data scientist, use this platform. And you can tell me about your data. Where is your data? You can use our object storage, and your object storage will be automatically linked to the platform, which something between them, which is a CFFS, but we don't have to speak about it. And you have a very efficient access to your data. And it's automatical. You don't have to worry about it. So, Jean-Louis, can you tell me if there is any other experience around this platform or any other tools?
Absolutely. There will be a lot of tools coming, but what's important for you, everyone, that what Guillaume has described doesn't come with an high price. We will stick to our values, which is best price to performance ratio, and this is the positioning we're going to keep around the AI tools we're going to develop over the next few months. So this platform sticks to this, starting from €175 per hour for V100S NVIDIA GPUs. That's 30 to 50% less than our competition. So keep in mind, every tool we're going to develop, every single tool we're going to add to this ecosystem will keep this positioning of best price to performance ratio. And Guillaume, I talk about this ecosystem. Can you tell me a bit about this startup partner list you were mentioning?
Sure. This startup list is made of the best startups and around AI world. So there will be some startups with NLP and text, some with images that will do some processing around images. And there will be some startups will help you to do some labeling stuff, or it will be a global solution. You don't have to worry about the startup. There will be a global ecosystem that will help you to build your AI solution and to help you to handle your use case. So, Jean-Louis, can you tell me more about the data scientist journey? Is it possible to have the full process of a data scientist on this platform?
Thank you, Guillaume. Absolutely. OVH has been building in the last few years tools that will help you in your data science journey. And the purpose was starting from an idea to go until the end of your process to the serving of a model. So we start with an idea. Then you need to store your data. And we will keep to the standards, the cloud standards that are object storage for image or text storage, for instance. Second thing, you will have to pre-process it to work on your data before the training. For that, we have built a solution that is called Apache Spark as a service that is already in production, and you have some breakout session regarding that, and I invite you to look to those sessions. Also, you have notebooks as a service, as Guillaume presented, and it's very efficient and very easy way to pre-process your data. Then you move to the training phase with the GPU as a service platform that we've built, which is called AI Training Platform, and that will enable you to have a strong capacity to operate your data and to train around it and to learn from your data very quickly. Finally, once your model is learned, you need to deploy it into production using the brand new product, which is ML serving, machine learning and AI serving platform. It's very easy to deploy, it's easily scalable, and this is one of the pain points for data scientists when they don't want to operate those type of API endpoint systems. So from the beginning of the idea to the end for the production, we have a full set of tools that will be able to accelerate your data science journey. So Guillaume, thank you, but you spend a lot of energy on this platform, and I just want to understand what is the difference between what you have built with your teams and the traditional way to handle AI training on a cloud provider.
Sure, Jean-Louis. The main difference is about the DevOps approach. You don't have to worry about the security or your system or some driver stuff. It's our problem, and we will take care about it. On the second hand, we are here to help you to predict your cost. So, can you tell me more about the price of this platform, Jean-Louis?
Absolutely. I can tell you about the price of the platform. It's a pay-as-you-go model. It means that it's easy to understand and it's easy to scale. When you have a traditional virtual machine, which is a good model and a flexible model, you will have to train your model back to back. On our platform, while keeping a very interesting pricing, as I presented before, you are able to leverage multiple GPU at the same times while controlling your cost because it's on a pay-as-you-go basis. That's the first thing. The second thing is the pricing and the billing is very simple and transparent. When you deal with AI training, there is a lot of data going on, with a lot of movements of data from your environments to the object storage, then from the object storage to the virtual machines. In our system, we decided to package everything within one pricing. It means that there is no bandwidth cost included. Okay? No bandwidth cost included. And that makes a huge difference when you're dealing with terabytes of data or even petabytes of data. Everything is included in the price. Third thing is a unified user and role. And that's especially important when you deal with data and AI because you don't want anything to leak. You want to have a strong control around your data governance. And this is what the platforms that is built on open standards will bring you. Registry, Docker, GPUs, everything is packaged around one product, which is OVH AI Training Platform. Guillaume, I just want to see it in action. Like everything you showed me was awesome. I want to see it in action. So let's deal with a camembert or not camembert experiment.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So we will do some classification about cheese. And I think you are the best guy to test this platform.
Okay, thank you, Guillaume. So following your instruction, I just went to the OVHcloud manager. I'm on the public cloud section, and in the AI training new product landing page. And now I'm going to just launch a new job. So from what I see, it's pretty straightforward. The first thing I'm going to choose the region. I'm going to choose Gavlin, which is on the west coast. And I have some predefined images such as PyTorch, TensorFlow, and one I pretty love is FastAI, which is pretty straightforward and very easy to handle. I could have choose my own Docker images, including Docker images that are hosted on public registries such as Docker Hub or OVH private registry. Then I'm going to attach data, and the data you see is the S3 bucket with all my images being stored on that. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to choose the number of GPU I want to see. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and more in the future. As you can see, the pricing is really interesting. Then I can see that I could have launched this job with just one command line. I'm going to create this job. Boom, it's done. I'm going to look into the details of the job just to make sure that everything is running. I see that the status is created in progress. I see that it's been running for a few seconds. Just one click to get access to the notebook. I'm logged in, so it's fully secured, and now I can access my job. Okay, so Guillaume, now I can see I have a landing page with Jupyter Lab, developer editor also available, and a few other stuff. I'm connecting to the Jupyter Lab, and I thought you were trying to make me doing an experiment around cheese. Can you give me some instructions?
Sure. You already have chosen FastAI images, so you have to go on the examples. You have one notebook in this example, which is pets, which is a classification about pets. So we will only change the pets dataset to the cheese dataset. It's very simple to use. So you just have to go and run the first cells, and then when it's your data, you just have to point the directory to put the access of your directory mounted to your VM, to your environment, and you just have to execute all the other cells.
So basically what you're telling me is that the object storage I've linked to is already available in the environment. So that's the first thing I'm going to check, right? From all the steps you've told me, I'm going to start with this. And boom, as you can see, all the data is already there and already mounted, as you said. Okay, so second thing is the notebook you mentioned me. I'm on it, and you asked me to change the path of the data to the one that is related to the S3, the object storage bucket that has been mounted into this environment. So I'm done, and I'm going to run it. I'm going to run all the cells. Here we go. Are you sure there is a GPU there?
Sure. You can open a terminal in Jupyter
Yes.
Lab and execute a command, NVIDIA SMI.
Okay, I see it's a 32 gigabytes memory. That's pretty huge. Okay, it's a V100. Excellent, V100S. Perfect. Okay, so I have the GPU. I'm going to keep executing the cells. It's running. And boom, we can see that the training is basically executing. So we see that there's a progress bar. Pretty interesting. It's going to run for a few minutes. It's pretty fast, man. I'm super impressed. Okay, once it's run, we're going to see that very easily you can have some results, as you can see, and what we call in data science a confusion matrix, which give you what is wrong and what is good. And you can see that the results are pretty interesting. So, okay, Guillaume, from this experiment, what I feel as a customer is that it's pretty straightforward to start it. I didn't have to manage anything about the OS or the AI accelerator or the driver. I didn't have an headache regarding object storage mounting into this environment. And everything works perfectly in just a few seconds. And it's fully secured. So, Guillaume, I just talked about security, but is there anything more coming?
Sure, Jean-Louis. We are working about some certification. One is about HDS, and it will help us to deal with some data about medical stuff. And we will have those certification to handle the processing of medical stuff. So we have seen that we have one platform. it's pretty cool. We have the storage, the compute, and what about the ecosystem? What about the startups in France or in the world? Jean-Louis, can you tell me more about this?
Absolutely. What we want to make sure at OVH is that you, as a customer, have the right tool for the right job. Because we know that's not a question about a cloud provider to decide what you have to use for your job, right? So we want to select the companies and the partners we're going to work with to be sure that they have the right tool for the right job adapted to your use cases. We know that in the AI world, there is no one size fits all. So you have the platform we just presented you, which is one of the fundamental elements we're going to use towards our partners and for you also. But we're going to keep increasing this ecosystem by adding new startups and new tools very regularly to make sure that we have the right ecosystems. But everything needs to be handled in a seamless experience because we know you don't want a headache with a patchwork of application. So this is the promise to you. We have the appropriate underlying bricks for the AI ecosystem, and we're going to keep adding those new startups on a daily basis.
Thank you, Jean-Louis. It's awesome. It's a complete ecosystem. So if you want to discuss with us, you just have to join the discussion or the chat, and we will discuss about this ecosystem and this platform. And if you have questions about the storage or the capacity of the node, it's not a problem. We are here to answer to your question. Thank you.